Welcome to Tantric Tuesday and your weekly bite-sized pleasure moment and your upcoming events. My tip for you today is if you have pain, emotional pain, physical pain, mental pain, rather than running to silence the pain, running to numb the pain, see if you can pause. Just pause and notice where the pain is. Just pause and give it some attention, because pleasure and pain are two sides of the same coin, and pain is often our doorway to pleasure. And when you close the door on pain and you try and silence it, you actually close the door on pleasure as well. I'm Pleasure Coach Vireo, coming to you from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico right now. And there was definitely a time where I was constantly numbing out, silencing pain, no capacity to listen to it. I disassociated, I left my body, and I suffered. I lost Vireo, I suffered depression, I wanted to check out from this planet, I wanted to take my life. And it doesn't have to be that way. So gently start with just noticing. I just shared this tip, and if you have not joined Women's Spirit Festival, put Spirit below. Also check in the description, and I will put the link to the Women's Spirit Festival. In the Women's Spirit Festival, I was just part of a panel interviewed by Elizabeth and two other amazing speakers, Heidi, who talked about forgiving the unforgivable, and she had a cactus and said, sometimes it is like swallowing a cactus. And then Connie, who spoke about channeling and connecting with the divine, and Elizabeth just bringing thousands of women together. And one of the things I shared is about how pleasure and pain are two sides of the same coin. And there was a time where I was having excruciating, debilitating migraines. I was throwing up. My head was exploding. I couldn't drive. I couldn't function. And I really started to use my own medicine of pleasure as medicine. The first thing I would do is I was hydrate. I would get a glass of water and just slowly drink the water, bless it. I would put an eye mask on so that I could shut off all the lights and stimulation from outside. I would lay down and rest. And then once I calmed my nervous system, then I would self-pleasure. And 99.9% of the time, that migraine would completely disappear with no pain medication. And it's funny, I notice it's very rare for me to get a headache now. It's often because I'm dehydrated or I've been in the hot sun too long. But I notice that when I tell people that I have a headache, they rush to get their ibuprofen or acetaminophen and to give it to me. And I didn't even ask for it. And I say, no, it's okay. I'm listening to my body right now, because clearly my body is telling me something. And what happens is, first the body will whisper to us. And when we don't listen, it gets louder and louder and louder and louder. And eventually our body is shouting at us and screaming at us to pay attention. And sometimes for some of us, it takes the body screaming super loud. We get really sick. People get cancer, get something, and that they have to stop. They have no choice but to stop. But instead, you could hear the whispers. I love one of the things that I shared, and there's more. There's lots in the Women's Spirit Festival. If you want more of this, just put Spirit below, and I will give you the link to the Women's Spirit Festival. I'll also put it up in the description. Please go to my talk, because most of you know it's happening in Facebook, and Facebook shut down my account. But I will not be silenced. I'm still here on YouTube speaking, and in the Pleasure Revolution. If you're not joined the Pleasure Revolution, put Revolution below and come and join the Pleasure Revolution. There's 18 speakers there right now. There's hundreds of speakers in the Women's Spirit Festival. So if you want both, just put both. I will put both links as well. But I talk about how, basically pain and pleasure, two sides of the same coin. And when we stop silencing pain and we start paying attention to pain, we actually open to more pleasure. And then pleasure becomes medicine, and pleasure becomes a pathway to the divine. And it is actually your birthright. But we've been shamed around pleasure. We've been shamed about our body. We've been shamed about our femininity. In this patriarchy, no fault to men, we've all bought into this patriarchy. And have disconnected from our bodies, disconnected, excuse me, from the feminine. And it's time. Pleasure is actually your birthright. So put pain below if you're willing to listen to the pain and pay attention. It's not that I have taken painkillers, but very rare. I can probably count on my hands my whole lifetime. I'm 64 years young, and I feel and look younger today than I did at 40. And I rarely take pain medication. I birthed my own children naturally. Not saying that sometimes pain medication is needed for that, but I actually used dance as medicine and pleasure as medicine with birthing my two sons who were born at home, and one was born in water. But what I want to say is that I have used pain medication when I've had severe dental work, a root canal or something done. But I hear there's places too that, use meditation or other things, so you don't even have to have pain medication for that. I'm not there yet. I'd love to learn that. But see if you can just, that's what I wanted to tell you. So in the morning, before I get out of bed, I do two things. One, the Shakti feminine body scan. I had to think what it was called. Shakti feminine body scan. As I lay in bed and sometimes I start at my crown, sometimes I start at my feet, and I scan my body from my feet all the way up, and I often combine it with my inner smile meditation with Taoist Tantra, and I smile at each body part. I say thank you to that body part for all that it provides for me. Sometimes I just quickly smile if I'm have things to get ready to wake up to. And as I smile and as I notice my body, as I scan all the way up, if I notice pain or contraction or a tension in my body, I will stop and I will talk to that body part, and I'll say, I feel you, I hear you. What do you need from me right now? What message do you have for me? I promise you, that body part always has a message for you. It always has something that it's telling you. It might be there's an old program in there that it's time for it to be released that's keeping you stuck. It might be that maybe your body wants you to rest more. Maybe you need magnesium. maybe you need hydration. Maybe you need water. Maybe forgiveness. But pause and listen to your body. And sometimes, myself included, we need to get help to do that. Sometimes we have blind spots and we can't check in and hear ourselves. We can't check in with our body. So Women's Spirit Festival has a ton of amazing speakers and amazing women. I promise you, find somebody there. If it's me, you resonate, great. If it's not, somebody else. Find somebody you resonate with. We are not meant to do this journey alone, I promise you. So I'm going to put the link for Women's Spirit Festival. I'm also going to put the link for this the Pleasure Revolution. There's also, like I said, 18 speakers there speaking about trauma. I interviewed two gentlemen from South Africa, Jonty and Leonard, and we really talked about, one of them was the difference between pleasure and orgasm, and how we are so programmed for orgasm to be a destination to get to. There's pressure on those who are in masculine body to perform. There's pressure on the feminine to reach orgasm. And often we feel like a failure if we don't do that. But it's so much pressure and goal-oriented that we actually become deprived of pleasure, like true pleasure. Whereas pleasure is like infinite and limitless. And pleasure can be in finding a beautiful shell on the ocean. I found this on the other side on the Yucatan. And this is not a usual shell that you would find there. Okay? Pleasure can be looking at some beautiful flowers. Pleasure can be, touching your own hair, feeling your hand against your own skin or against the skin of another. Pleasure can be smelling something beautiful. Pleasure can be watching a sunrise. Pleasure can be slowly offering touch to yourself or to another and being really present and just noticing, being present with the pleasure and noticing, okay, when I offer that to myself, does my body soften and surrender and expand, or is there a contraction? And when you're offering it to another, and just really like listening to the body, listening to your body, listening to your partner's body if you're offering touch, and being present. And if there's contraction and pain, stopping and communicating and checking in with yourself, checking in with your partner, if you're offering touch, and just breathing together. And then the power of breath to drop us into the moment. It says add a Q&A sticker. I don't know how, it's so funny. It's popping up things here. Your favorite color. Answer. My favorite color is purple. All right. I don't know how to do that. Oh, there it is. There we go. That's sort of, there we go. Start Q&A. Okay, so there we go. You can ask questions below. I've never seen this before on YouTube. So do let me know if you have questions. Say both if you want the link to the Women's Spirit Festival. I was just on a panel there. I also have 2 talks that await you. In the Women's Spirit Festival, I share the naked truth, 3 hidden myths that keep us unhappy in our bodies as women and burned out. Okay, I actually share one of the hidden myths, and then I think I actually share 4 altogether. So in the first part 1 is 1 myth, and then in the last one I think I share 3 myths. And I also have an amazing resource for you there as well in the Women's Spirit Festival and in the Pleasure Revolution, where there are 18 speakers that await you. So again, remember, pleasure and pain are 2 sides of the same coin. And pleasure is your birthright. Put both below if you want to go and watch some other amazing speakers. There are literally hundreds of speakers in the Women's Spirit Festival. So much support for you. You are not meant to do this journey alone, goddesses. And the Pleasure Revolution, if you want, the Women's Spirit Festival is on Facebook, so I can't go. I would love if you go and comment below my 2 talks and the panel that I just got interviewed on just moments ago. It should be up there right away. And then I would love if you come and visit us in the Pleasure Revolution, 18 speakers, and check above and below, and I will put both of those links here. Women's Spirit Festival just for women. I actually have let some men into the Pleasure Revolution because men are asking as well. I just ask everybody to be respectful. You do need to. So Facebook, you just go and I think you answer a few questions. You don't have to give any other information. I'm not on Facebook again. They shut down my account. I let that door close, and I'm rising up here on YouTube. If you have not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. I don't know where that is, somewhere here. Subscribe to my page, and then also come and join the Pleasure Revolution. It's off of social media, uncensored, so we don't get shut down for using words like sex and orgasm, and we have the freedom to say whatever we want. We're not censored. It is in a platform called Go Collab. It is still a new platform, so be patient. You do need to give your email address to get into the space, and I ask you to answer 3. There are 3 questions. Make sure you scroll and answer all 3 of the questions, but I promise you there are some amazing speakers there. Aliza talks about grief. Marika is a dominatrix, and she talks about how we are suppressed as women. And again, the 2 gentlemen from South Africa, Jonty and Leonard. Leonard actually talks about how men being multi-orgasmic is actually important for us as women. It is so true. And then Jonty, I was following him on Facebook. He's a brilliant writer around intimacy. Highly recommend you come and hear my conversation that I had with him. Morgan talks about the price of self-abandonment and trauma. She's an expert in the area of trauma. My friend Sherry talks about the saboteur and the importance of igniting our fire and inspiring each other as women. My friend Casey talks about pleasure as well and some doorways to pleasure. My friend Daniel speaks about the pleasure zones and how osteopathy and Qigong and the meridians, and he does a practice with us to help us to move towards more pleasure. Nancy, oh my God, if you haven't heard Nancy's story, Nancy, let's see if I can move this off the page here. Nancy had a horrible tragedy with her daughter who died in a boating accident, and she has awakened joy in her from that experience. So if anybody you know is suffering from grief, Highly recommend you join the Pleasure Revolution as well and listen to Nancy's story. And please, when you join the Pleasure Revolution or when you join Women's Spirit Festival, and say both below if you want both those links. After I'm done, I'll put both of them at the top. Make sure you give some love into the speakers. The speakers in the Pleasure Revolution have paid to be there. I believe the speakers, I know I have, to be in Women's Spirit Festival have also paid to be there. It's free for you as an audience. So a reminder again, pleasure and pain are two sides of the same coin. I hope that you be a little kinder with your body and listen when it's communicating with you through pain. So that will be the doorway to open you to more pleasure. And I look forward to seeing you in the Pleasure Revolution. I look forward to you subscribing here. And please share with a friend, someone you care about and you love. Pleasure is medicine. It is medicine, and it's actually a pathway to the divine. I will put the links here for Women's Spirit Festival above and below. And please go and comment on my 2 videos, The Naked Truth, 3 hidden myths that cause women to be unhappy with their bodies and burn out. And also please come and watch us in the Pleasure Revolution, 18 amazing speakers. I hope to see you in one or both of these. Well, I won't know about the Facebook one because I'm not there, but please do go and comment on my behalf. And I will see you if you come here for my everyday ecstasy tip, but you can also find me in the Pleasure Revolution. I hope to see you there. Namaste. Now I just got to figure out how to close this. There we go. Stop.